Our first guest is a four-time Emmy Award-winning journalist and co-host of The View, which is in its 27th season. She's also a two-time New York Times best-selling author who's about to release the third novel in her series of beach reads titled Summer on Highland Beach. Welcome, Sunny Hostin, to Be Well.
Oh, thank you for having me, Shannon. I'm so excited to be here.
And I'm so excited for you and the rest of the co-hosts at The View. You guys were just nominated for 6 Emmy Awards. I mean, at this point, you guys, the show has won like 31. You have several yourself. Do you even celebrate a nomination? Or are you waiting for the actual award? What?
I'm super excited about it. I have to tell you, I'm going. I'm showing up at the Emmys this year. You know, I think it's such an honor to be nominated. That in and of itself is something pretty spectacular. I've been on the show for 8 years. And this time around, not only were we nominated as a show, we were nominated for host, we were nominated for, hair and makeup. I mean, it's like the entire team, because it takes about 200 people to get our show on air. It's not just the 6 of us. So I'm just very excited. I can't wait to go to LA and get glammed up and, try to, if I don't win, I've got to get my face together for the...
Right. So do you practice the speech? You write something down just in case?
I'm not going to write anything down. I'm just going to sort of be present and take it all in. But I am going to get my I lost face together, and I'm so happy that someone else won. I am going to do that.
We'll get your surprise face ready too, because we think you're taking it home. So either way, we love watching you. We love watching the co-hosts on The View go at each other in different topics, because it's nice when people don't always have the same viewpoint. But do you guys ever take it personally when you are going back and forth?
Never. That's the magic of the show, and it's the only way the show works. We always say, leave it at the table. And there have been different years. I've been on the show for 8 years, and so there have been some co-hosts that can't seem to leave it at the table. They leave, and they're still churning it in their heads, and they're thinking about a response, for the next time. Our cast, those that have been there the longest, and those that are there with us now, we know. We have to remain friends. We can agree to disagree without being disagreeable, because we all know that the next day we do it all over again. It's a live show 5 days a week. So if you're holding on to a grudge about a topic, how do you then get to the table cleanly the next time? It cannot be done. And we've seen that it doesn't work. I've seen that doesn't work. And we just, we leave the table, and sometimes Anna Navarro will get a zinger in on me, and sometimes Alyssa will get a zinger in on me, or vice versa, and we just move on. We really do, and we go across the street, have a drink together. It's we are actually friends.
That's awesome.
So it makes it easy to discuss things with your friends, right? People that you care.
Totally, and I'm glad you all move on, but you have those trolls out there that like to go at it on social media and talk about things you said, but they don't even give you an opportunity to explain yourself or what you meant. They take it how they perceived it and run with it. So are you ever concerned or worried about them trying to cancel you or trying to, go out and boycott you?
I can't be. You know me personally, Shannon. I'm sort of unfiltered as a person, and I feel like I'm on the right side of history on a lot of issues. At least that's how I feel. And so there is never a time when I think I need to explain myself more. There's never a time when I feel like, wow, I shouldn't have said that. I leave it all on the table. I say things with my full chest, with my full heart, with my full mind. And I'm authentically myself.
You have 2 kids, Gabe and Paloma, but she's about to go off to college. So are you preparing to be empty nesters? How are you dealing with this?
I will tell you, Shannon, my friend Regina just sent me an article on grief and empty nesting. Right. And I was a little offended. I was like, why are you saying this? Why did you send this to me? And she said that she sees me getting sad. And so, I know as a parent, your most important job is to raise someone that is fully functional, and someone that has great empathy, and someone that will make this place a better world, and someone who you can drop off anywhere and they can survive. And I've done that. I have 2 very independent, empathetic, bright, kind, and humble people, but I like them, and I want them to be around me. And so I think that I am going to have a hard time transitioning. And I've been very honest with about that.
Well,
I'm going to have a hard time.
I think maybe it will help a little bit that you have a lot of pets and chickens and things at the house to keep you busy. How many animals do you have, by the way?
Wow, I have two 150-pound Newfoundlands who just tried to break in here.
Right.
I have two cats. I have 12 chickens. I have two beehives. And I'm about to get goats, but my husband doesn't know yet.
Okay, we'll keep that a secret for you. So
Don't tell me.
At least 16, unless you count each individual bee, you got like 1,000, but you'll be busy. And I think that's a part of your whole natural lifestyle, that you like knowing where things come from in the earth, right?
It is. It's important to me. Sustainability is really important to me. I think I was part of the farm to table movement before it was a thing, because now there's a name for it. My grandmother's from Puerto Rico, and so we always had chickens, believe it or not, and we always had gardens. Like, I have 3 gardens here. You know, I live in Westchester, and I have a veggie garden, an herb garden, and I also have a flower garden. We plant pumpkins, we plant, you know, carrots. We eat from the land.
Yeah, well, I think regardless if you're in the garden or at the beach, it's a great place to read your newest book, Summer on Highland Beach. This is part of an ongoing beach series that you've come up with for summer reads, and it's just fascinating how people gravitate to these books and they don't want to put it down. What was the inspiration behind this 3rd book?
You know, I at first thought that it would only be 1 book, and I came up with the inspiration for the entire series one day when I was traveling, and I went to the bookstore to look for a beach read because it's one of my favorite genres, and I read, you know, Ellen Hildebrand a lot and Tracy McMillan, and I didn't see any books with characters that looked like me. I mean, that's really the bottom line. I was looking and I didn't see it. And, you know, Toni Morrison says, if there's a book out there that you want to read and you can't find it, then you must write it. And I got on the plane and I wrote a proposal for 1 book, but they were going to be centered in these historically Black beach communities. Much like HBCUs, HBBCs are federal designation. And I started kind of shopping it around. I came up with these characters based on my friends, unfortunately, for them. And one of the editors just said, this is a trilogy set in these places, because these places in and of themselves are characters in the book. Now, this last book, Highland Beach, is the oldest HBBC in the country. Wow. And it is the oldest because Frederick Douglass summered there. Can you imagine? His home was right across the bay. It's still there. And he would sit on the porch and basically look over at where he had been enslaved. And when I visited many years ago, because my friend Erica, who's kind of in the book, not by that name, but I visited her home, and it's a familial home. And it was probably one of the most special places I'd ever been to, because the homes are handed down. So you're talking about Black generational wealth, something that you don't see a lot of today. And we've had it for a long time, since at least the late 1800s. And so I fell in love with the place. I fell in love with Oak Bluffs. I fell in love with Sag Harbor. And I hope people are going to fall in love with Summer on Highland Beach as well.
I already know they will, but I got to ask you this. I've heard rumors that this is the end of the trilogy. Are you going to extend it out, or is this the end of the trilogy in real life?
Well, I've left it up to the reader. I tried to button it up. I'm already getting some calls about extending it. So I don't know. I do know that the trilogy as it stands is being adapted for Prime Amazon for the screen. So you will at least see these 3 books on the screen. Octavia Spencer is my production partner, and if time allows, she will be starring in it. And so it will have another life. But there may be more books, as it turns out. There may be. I'm
going to go ahead and put in my bid. Yes, continue with this series. It's too good to put down. And there's more beaches to explore. So
there are. more HBCUs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, keep up the amazing work that you are doing. We'll continue watching you on The View. We want to make sure everyone knows that the book is out right now, Summer on Highland Beach. So definitely we want everybody to go check it out and support. Thank you so much, Sunny. Continue success.
Thank you, Shannon.